Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how you can do some extreme leveling up in the Elder Scrolls Online. This is going to help you with subclassing. This is going to help you with leveling utility skills. If you're wanting to level up anything that you don't normally use a lot, this is the best way and fastest way that you can do this. Now, this utilizes a couple of add-ons. I've done a video on this method before, but it was a lot more labor intensive because you had to kind of manually do all this stuff. And now with add-ons being in place, this has become extremely easy and pretty much automated. So what I'm going to cover in this video are the add-ons and then how you can do this. So first of all, you're going to use the Can You Craft Master Writ, and along with the Dolgubon's Lazy Writ Crafter. Okay, so what those two things hand in hand are going to do when you have master writs in your inventory. You can look and see when you have the Can You Craft the Master Writ at the very bottom of the screen. It's going to check three boxes for you, whether or not you've got the amount of traits researched enough to craft the item, you have the specific trait researched, and you have the motif known to make the item. So I'm going to show you what the Lazy Writ Crafter does along with this. You can use this Can I Craft Master Writs also when you're looking for in traders to see if you can in fact create the writ. So for example, I'm going to go hit triangle, and then you go down to craft writ and craft writ, and you just keep doing this on as many as you can, or as many as you want to, really. You might want to make sure you have the materials to do this, because if you're doing a ton of them, you may in fact run out of materials. So keep that in mind. But you can do a bunch of these all at once. And basically all you have to do is walk up to the corresponding table, and it will craft everything for you automatically. You don't have to select anything. You just have to sit and wait for it to finish. So there, I've done quite a few, so I'll just back out of this here so that we can get started. So I'm going to walk up to the clothing table and go into it, and you're going to see it's going to start crafting stuff. If you watch over to the right-hand side of the screen, it's going to build everything at white level, the base level first, and then when it's finished doing that, then it's going to go in and start upgrading it to that purple quality with the elegant lining and able to turn in the writ for the vouchers. This is, as I said, an absolutely great way to power level skills. If you are still trying to level up subclassing, this is the best way to do it. Get your subclasses equipped with the skills that you want to level in those lines, and then make sure you get a XP scroll on. Like currently I'm running a 150 pot right now to make sure that I get the most XP out of this. It's also, if you're trying to get to the performance cap or the 160 CP, for example, then you can power level using this. All you have to do is be able to craft in the specific discipline or whatnot. So here, this one is finished. So I had some woodworking ones as well. So I'm going to walk over to the woodworking, and this will start the same process. It's going to start the white quality builds first, and then it'll go through all the pieces, and it will automatically upgrade everything to the purple quality so that I can turn these in. And so that is going to allow me to get a lot of these done in a very, very short amount of time. So if you want to, you don't have to have the XP pot on right now. You just want to make sure that you turn it on before you actually start turning in the writs, so that you get a ton of XP. Also, if you are turning in a lot of them in a row, like I'm going to do here, then you want to keep an eye on your skills in between the turn-ins, because the XP that you're gaining is going to be so fast and so massive that you're actually going to have your skills and your lines upgrade faster than what the alerts on the screen that you are going to get. So you want to physically go in and check on those in between your turn-ins so that you can maybe morph a skill, or when something gets tapped out all the way, you can pop something else in that slot and get more XP on something that's actually going to consume it. If you don't do that, then you're just basically losing out on that advancement. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. Again, this is all automated. As you can see, I'm not in any menus at all doing anything. It's just doing this automatically. I can go up and down in here, and I am doing absolutely nothing but sitting here talking into my microphone. So there you can see it stopped building right there. So we are done with this. And so now all I have to do is travel to Deshaun, because this guy is a Ebonheart Pact character. You do have to turn your Master Writs in to the Alliance area that you belong to on that character, so keep that in mind. It basically, I think the role play of this is you are supplying the Alliance War basically with these items. And that's why I think they are specific to just your Alliance. And so you go all the way over here to the Writ vendor, and this will automatically just turn it in for you. So you go to the top of your list and you hit accept, and there you go. You can do two. You can do the clothing like this, accept, and then go in and go down to a jewelry. I didn't go to the jewelry, actually. I forgot that one. Forgot I had one jewelry in there. I'll have to go back and do that one. But there's the two, and you can just keep accepting and turning in. And this is going to, as you can see, I'm getting updates right there on my screen from skills that I have. Okay, so these are all leveled here. I'm just leveling some random stuff in case I ever want to run something on this character. I got it all leveled up. I can put this on here. I can level up virtually anything I want. I don't even have to save this on my build. I can just go back to my armory and pull the skill points off. This is all just for power leveling stuff that I could use at another time on another build. And just I'm getting the XP on the account wide. And just keep in mind, the XP that you get for the subclassing skill lines is account wide for your other characters. So once you level those up all the way, the XP that you get on that is basically across all your characters. So you may need to do this once, you may need to do this a couple of times, it just depends. But you can get virtually all your subclass leveling done, with the exception of the home class that you're on. For example, I'm on my sorcerer right now, or one of them, and I was able to power level all of my subclasses back in June with this method. I didn't have the add-ons at that point for doing that, but this is the easiest way to get a ton of XP. If you're trying to get stuff, maybe you're already at the performance cap, but you're wanting to get a couple more levels to be able to have some of those free floating slottables that make it convenient to not have to repurchase. This is another great way to advance your skill, your character level rather. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of benefit to doing this. And as you can see, this just absolutely power levels very fast. So let's go and see what I've got here for skills now. I could morph this one if I wanted to. I'm also leveling the skill line here. That one's not quite leveled. I could put something else here, like because my restoration staff is done all the way, and I'm interested in leveling the sword and board, I could put on all my sword and board skills here, just because this will level the actual skill line faster. Again, you might not use the character in that manner regularly, but if you ever go into, for example, like PvP or something like that, or you just maybe want to put a tank build on somebody for running randoms to get into a random dungeon easier as a tank role, you can do that with this method. And as you can see, I just ran into the end of what I'd built. So I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to give a short, quick run through on how easy that is. And as you can see, I've power leveled quite a bit of stuff there. When I started that, my sword and board was at a level 6, and now it's at a level 27, as you can see. I got this all the way up to a 3, almost morphable. There's just a lot of things that you can use this for, as well as the subclassing. If you haven't gotten these subclassing lines here, that's a great way to do it. I highly recommend if you're trying to level your subclassing, use this method to do it. It's a great method. It works awesome. It's really easy. You just have to have a lot of knowledge on the character that you're using, so you can do a large amount of master writs. An easy way to get around the knowledge part is if you use jewelry and alchemy. Those are really easy. Provisioning ones can be easy as well. You just have to have the recipes learned for those. But the alchemy and the jewelry are super easy. The mats are a little bit draining for the jewelry one, so just be mindful of that. You got to have enough platinum platings and the zircons and all that, so keep that in mind. But that'll give you some vouchers as well if you ever want to buy some master tables or something like that, or tunable tables, whatnot. But that's another add-on thing that you can, or I should say additional thing that you can implement into this. So thanks for watching again. If you liked this video or thought it was helpful, please take a look at my YouTube channel. Go down to my organized created playlists. So that's where I've got all my stuff listed out there. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.